treffen sich ein Pole, ein Kiwi und eine Podcasterin auf dem Markt. Wie der Witz weitergeht, erfahrt ihr in dieser Episode. Ich bin unterwegs mit 2 Köchen auf einem tollen Düsseldorfer Markt namens Karlsplatz. Michael Slawik und Nathan Dallimore. Die eröffnen dieser Tage ein Asian Fusion Restaurant im Düsseldorfer Medienhafen. Wie das geht, was Asian Fusion eigentlich ist und was Neuseeländer so essen, das erfahrt ihr heute. Mein Name ist Helene Pawlitzki. Schön, dass ihr zuhört. Brunch. Der Genuss-Podcast der Rheinischen Post. Zu meinem Beruf als Podcasterin bei der Rheinischen Post gehört dank diesem tollen Podcast hier auch eine wichtige Tätigkeit namens Essen. Und neulich Abend habe ich mich ausführlich darin geübt. Ich war im Hato, einem Restaurant, das dieses Wochenende im Düsseldorfer Medienhafen eröffnet, und habe mich einmal quer durch die Speisekarte probiert. Das Angebot im Hato ist breit: Sushi und Sashimi, Dim Sum und Tempura, Fleischgerichte und Fisch aus Pfanne und vom Grill, aber auch vegetarische Gerichte natürlich und ein Signature-Dish, der Crispy Duck Salad, mit konfiter Ente im Knuspermantel, die am Tisch unter den Salat gemischt wird. Ein bisschen französisch, ein bisschen südostasiatisch, Fusion halt. Die Gerichte werden optisch ansprechend präsentiert und sind zum Teilen gedacht. Preise hat Hato Düsseldorf noch nicht kommuniziert, aber dem Vernehmen nach werden sie eins nicht sein, nämlich niedrig. Das Restaurant mit 120 Sitzplätzen ist edel eingerichtet und will mit sehr zuvorkommendem Service punkten. Menschen, die gerne gut essen und sich das auch etwas kosten lassen, können hier zeigen, was sie haben. Ist das Fine Dining? Kulinarisch ist das der Anspruch, aber im Vordergrund steht wohl doch die Geselligkeit. Nicht die gestärkte Tischdecke oder das Messerbänkchen. Das Konzept Hato stammt aus der Schweiz. Dort gab es mal 3 Standorte: Luzern, Zürich und St. Moritz. Wie der Restaurantführer Gault-Millau auf seiner Webseite berichtet, ist das Restaurant in Luzern seit einiger Zeit geschlossen. Ebenso der Standort in Zürich. Beide tauchen auch nicht mehr auf der Hato-Website auf. Dort stehen nur noch St. Moritz und Düsseldorf. Wo genau die Probleme liegen, kommuniziert Hato nicht. Gault-Millau vermutet Konkurs für Luzern. Schaut man sich die Google-Bewertungen für St. Moritz an, dann liest man häufig von gutem Essen, aber schlechtem Service. Der Geschäftsführer von Hato Düsseldorf betont, mit Hato in der Schweiz hat das erste Hato in Deutschland nichts zu tun. Er ist Lizenznehmer und hat sozusagen nur das Konzept gekauft. Und dazu gehört auch Nathan Dallimore. Der Neuseeländer war 2018 der erste Head Chef von Hato und er kochte mit seinen Ideen 15 Gault-Millau-Punkte. In Düsseldorf trainiert er seit einigen Wochen das Team von Michael Slawik. Michal ist Anfang 30 und arbeitet seit 5 Jahren in Düsseldorf. Er wird das Hato in Düsseldorf kulinarisch leiten. Denn ob es am Ende wirtschaftlich funktioniert, hängt natürlich von vielen Dingen ab. Vom Standort, vom Service, von der Konsumlaune der Düsseldorfer. Aber zuallererst muss natürlich das Essen stimmen. Vor ein paar Tagen habe ich mich mit Nathan und Michal getroffen. Wir sind über den Markt geschlendert, haben einen Kaffee getrunken und uns unterhalten. Wie funktioniert so ein Restaurant wie das Hato? Was muss alles passieren, damit es eröffnen kann? Wie ist es als Koch von einem anderen Koch zu lernen? Und wie ist es, seine Rezepte an andere weiterzugeben? All das habe ich Nathan und Michal gefragt. Arbeitssprachen im Hato sind übrigens Spanisch und Englisch. Spanisch kann ich nicht. Das Gespräch haben wir daher auf Englisch geführt. Viel Spaß beim Zuhören.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Morning.
Did you find it okay?
I did, thank you.
That's cool. So, shall we go for coffee?
Let's go.
Or just make me for shopping? Do
Yeah.
you need anything?
No.
You had just had a call from a delivery guy, so I'm guessing not. You get everything delivered, right?
No more potatoes for today.
Kitchen's busy this morning.
Do you actually serve potatoes at Hato at all?
No potatoes.
It's not really the flavor profile. Oh, morgen, Entschuldigung, ich habe Sie gar nicht registriert. That's the boss of the market.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I'm always like, when I come here, like, bam.
Snake fruit, very nice.
I've never had them.
Yeah, they're cool.
What do you do with it?
Just eat them like a fruit. Yeah.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah, you peel them.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You peel them.
Yeah.
Can you peel them with a knife or like with your fingers?
You can peel them with your fingers.
Maybe we should get some. You show me. Indonesian.
Langoustines.
Oh, I just bought one. I haven't tried it yet because I've never eaten.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorites.
Okay. Well, what's that?
Maracuja, passion fruit.
All right. Do they always look like that?
It's a big one, huh?
Actually, a couple of different varieties.
Well, that's what I kind of like about this market. You see some stuff that you don't usually see, right?
These are passion fruit as well.
Ah, you could do like a 3-kind passion fruit sorbet. Or
Trio of...
something.
There's another one.
Even more. Nashi. Oh, you use those, right?
Yeah.
We had one guy at our table who was like, "What's nashi?" And I'm like, "You don't know
okay.
nashi? You mean nashi you actually get at the supermarket?"
Yeah. No, they work in well with our desserts. Yeah.
I was quite amazed. You have this dessert of like a chocolate cake with nashi, I think, puree, sorbet? I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
sure.
a sorbet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
think so.
one came quite organically between the two of us.
I did not, like, when I heard it, I was like, that can never work. Chocolate and nashi, I couldn't imagine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it felt like to me, but it really worked really well.
It's like a chocolate and the Vietnam because this is the Asian
Sure.
air. It's quite common in Düsseldorf.
You know what that is called in German, the dessert? It's Perlin, right? It's my name, so I should actually have thought of that.
Definitely.
Of course. Why wouldn't it work? Also, today I think is the end of Ramadan, so
Oh, yeah. Yep.
for a feast.
Isn't it?
So the Wednesday is the Bayram, how it's called?
I think today and tomorrow. Yeah, so both days.
Lambs to slaughter.
I don't actually know what happens. I did make a podcast episode on an iftar, so like one of these nightly feasts, but I've never actually been to the end of it. Right. So we got lots of fruit and veg here. And then what I kind of like about it is that intermittently, but they're not open yet, you can get like, for instance, you can get bao.
Okay.
So you can get like food everywhere and flowers, of course. And maybe, I think at the end of this, or maybe the next line, there's a nice coffee shop where we maybe can get some coffee.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I came, I think it was a Saturday afternoon, and this place was just covered in happy people drinking wine.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Very cool to see.
That's actually very, very much the essence of Düsseldorf. I think it's the next one.
Yeah, right.
The essence of Düsseldorf, to come to drink Riesling at Karlsplatz.
Yeah, it seemed like a very cool concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's here. I still get lost. Okay, so maybe do you guys want to tell me what you want, and we can sit and I'll get it.
Double espresso.
Espresso? Okay. Do you want a pastry as well? Do you want to look at the pastries? They have some nice... Well, no, sorry. They have some, like, nice croissants, like pistachios. Pistachio croissant is kind of famous here.
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit. We can share one,
Yeah.
because they're huge.
Yeah.
They're really, like, huge. And then they do these,
Yes.
which are, like, I think, donuts or something.
Okay.
I've never tried them.
Heavy for me.
Huh?
A little bit heavy for my breakfast.
It's all very heavy, but it's also kind of worth it, really. First time I tried it, I was like, okay, this looks good, but it can't be good.
Yeah, these nutters are also...
It's like passadinata.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, how about you?
I would just go for coffee. I already had the chocolate bar before we met. Yes, I top up some magnesium and sugar.
Wonder what that is.
Sugar load.
I think they all are.
The cream, no? Yeah, they do.
Purist when it comes to pastries.
Yeah,
Okay.
we would just get one for like curiosity's sake. Okay, now we have a giant green croissant in front of us, and you don't want any, Michal?
No, I had a lot of them. I was working in Brandebach Hotel for some times, and we always meet here before the work with the guys for coffee and the croissants. So I tried all of these croissants, but the green one with the pistachio one was the one I always go for. It was very good.
It's very green, it's all.
It is very green.
How do you feel about coloring food?
Yeah, not
Not to diss this croissant, but how do you feel about it?
yeah, no, not. It looks spectacular. Yeah, I'm more on the natural side of foods, etc. I like to keep things pretty simple.
Come on.
Come on.
I mean, I've eaten at Hato, and simple is not the word I would use.
Okay, well, it's yeah, more natural products, natural ingredients, not hidden. You know, it's I guess one of the philosophies of my cuisine or Hato would be using extremely good products, fresh, seasonal, when possible, local when possible. Obviously, all these good things people are looking for. and just to heighten what that product is.
But that's interesting. I mean, it's an Asian fusion restaurant, for lack of a better word. We can talk about how well we do labeling stuff, but how do you do Asian food with local ingredients? I mean, exclusively local, that won't work, right?
No, exclusively not, of course. But what the kitchen is based around is seasonal products, and it's a blend of cultures, cuisines, and it's been redefined through quite a few restaurants. And I guess it's products that can be widely found all over the world, bar the specialties. You know, a lot of the Japanese products obviously have to come from Japan. But it in turn is some very well tested sauces with some very well-known products. So it's not an unfriendly menu. It's something, I guess, that is very familiar yet unfamiliar. So making the unfamiliar familiar.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, I guess, you know, we have standard things on the menu: salmon, beef, local vegetables, and we're pairing these with a Japanese-based sauce of sorts.
Like teriyaki sauce, for example.
Yeah, like a teriyaki or a dashi broth. So, you know, there's all familiar ingredients to the common person, so it's not something that they haven't come across before. We're just doing something that, a little bit different with them.
Now, I think we need to take a little moment to explain your relationship, you two, because it's really interesting, right? Hato is kind of a concept.
Yes.
Yes, also that. It's a lot of love here in the room. Hato is a concept, and you mentioned that there are a couple of places, couple of locations, restaurants, where that concept is enacted, and maybe you can talk about a little bit how it differs from place to place.
Yes.
But now this concept comes to Düsseldorf, to, I think, the first time in Germany, right?
Yes, first time in Germany, and it's something that I guess with the investors, they saw a gap in the market, and Düsseldorf being the city that it is, you know, it's definitely missing a concept such as Hato.
Is it though? I mean, what exactly about the concept is it missing?
Oh, I don't know.
Because there are Asian fusion restaurants. You know Düsseldorf quite well, Michal. You've been here for 5 years. What do you think gives Hato to Düsseldorf that hasn't been here before?
I mean, I will start from this, that we have a lot of Asian places in the Düsseldorf. A lot of Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean restaurants, and Hato is going, in my opinion, a little bit more higher. We define ourselves like a fine cuisine because we're going for. We really last month we did a research on the best products. We were talking about the regional products, and actually we use a lot of regional stuff as a base. A lot of stuff we're getting actually from Japan or other Asian countries. So you definitely can feel like you are in the fine dining restaurant, but you can at the same time feel very cozy because of the lights, because of the music, because of the atmosphere. The service is not wearing the black t-shirts. They're not very stiff, you know, like. We are casual fine dining. We are sending both of these things into our restaurants.
Yeah. So what you're saying is there's like the Asian restaurants in the sense that maybe Japanese or Chinese or Korean people run these restaurants and do cuisine like they do at home, basically, like they do in Korea, in Japan, in China. And what you do is you take influences from the different countries and you mix them up, I think.
Somehow this way. I mean, we are keeping our direction that we want to be really, really Asian taste restaurant. So I'm from Holland, but I'm not gonna put Polish ingredients on the plate because we're gonna change completely the concept. I have also different experience in London, Copenhagen, or something, but I will not put Scandinavian dishes into our restaurant. We wanna be real, how to say it in English?
True to the direction of what Hato is.
Yes.
Which you developed, right?
Yeah, I developed coming out of London. There's, Azuma, Rocker, Novikov, and it's in a similar category with these restaurants, which are now quite worldwide. And overall, I think they do extremely well.
Why?
I think because it's offering something at a higher level that is unfamiliar, yet familiar.
Accessible, really?
Yeah, it is making it quite accessible, and we have under the Hato umbrella in the kitchen, I guess, dim sum, sushi, robata, tempura. So there's a lot under the one roof. So therefore, you can have a different experience every time that you come in.
How do you do that? I mean, each of the food types you mentioned are kind of a science in themselves, right? I mean, to do good tempura, you can study for years if you really want to. Probably don't have to, but you can. So how do you manage a kitchen where all these foods are put out every day in high quantities in a great quality?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'll let you know if I figure it out. No.
Yeah,
figured it out.
We've defined the menu, our opening menu, to a very small menu, which will obviously grow over time. Therefore, ensuring that the quality of the few dishes from every section.
What does small mean in your world?
So from the dim sum, I think we'll be starting with 4 different handmade dim sums. I had my dim sum master come in, and he's working with us. So there'll be 4 different handmade dim sums. The tempura will start off slowly with 3 or 4 dishes. So it can really, my job is to consult and to teach and get these guys working day after day on repetition of 2 or 3, 4 dishes.
Right. So you have a team, Michal, I think of, 10, 15 chefs, I think?
No, there's 9 of us. 9,
okay, sorry.
all over the world.
And so now a dim sum master comes in, and does he take one of you guys and tell them how to do dim sum, or does he tell all of them, or how does it work?
No, he works. He comes in with his second chef, and they produce for us. And dim sum is one of those things that I wouldn't dabble with. It's extremely difficult.
It's technique, right?
Yeah, the technique takes years and years and years, and to do something like that, it wouldn't be true to what the dim sum product is. So there's certain sections in the kitchen that have to be specialty chefs.
Right. So he takes one of your team and makes them a bit of a dim sum specialist?
I mean, we work with him around to see a little bit what's going on, but this is as Nathan said, this is a completely different part of the kitchen for regular chefs, and I would compare it to the chef and pastry chef. You can take the guy who's cooking the steaks every day, and you tell him, okay, let's make some bread, and he's gonna be like, okay, there's a lot of things behind. So for this kind of people, we need especially this one. On our tempura section, also standing only Asian guy, because he understands the process. And in my past, I did a lot of tempura, I would say. But actually, in this restaurant, I find out that I was deep frying. I didn't do tempura, because there's a big difference between this. So it's very interesting how far you can go in this one. Like I said with the pastry, with the baking bread, this is completely 2 different things. So we have specialized people only for this one. So
okay, so the dim sum master stays.
No, the dim sum master he comes, he produces, and then comes back in a month or 2's time, and he produces again.
A traveling dim sum master?
Yes.
Ah, now I get it. Okay.
He's opened 3 or 4 restaurants with me.
Okay. I know I get it. Okay. So basically, you guys do the stuff that you're familiar with, and then for the special stuff, somebody special comes in and
well, there's certain things that you just don't want to, for lack of a better word, fuck up.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, in dim sum, there's a lot of bad dim sum out there.
That's true.
And there's nothing worse than bad dim sum.
So, I mean, I can't think of some things, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
I get where you come from.
Yes, for sure.
Let's just take war and famine off the table, and then we're pretty much at that dim sum.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking on quite a narrow spectrum here.
Culinarily speaking.
Yes, culinarily.
Okay, fine. So now I get how this works. Okay. But that still leaves a lot to learn for a team of chefs in quite a small amount of time, right? That must be challenging.
We had the 1 month. It can be a long time and can be a short time. Actually, for us was a short time because there was a lot of things happening, and Nathan was with us for 1 month, and I would say we learned a lot. But if I could take another year with him, I would definitely like to stay with him in the kitchen. There's a lot of things to learn. There's a lot of things to improve. I think now we are in a very good moment to open the restaurants. That's why we took a 1 month, with all the chefs, all the employees in the restaurant, just to be locked in the restaurant and practice. So we want to be sure when we're gonna open the restaurant, we can deliver good dim sum, good tempura,
amazing sushi,
sashimi.
Yeah.
In your experience, Nathan, how long does it take for the machine to run really smoothly after opening?
I mean, well, hopefully they're going to start very smoothly and come Thursday. But yeah, 6 months. 6 months for everybody to iron out all the kinks, to, get some numbers through the door guest-wise. Also to stabilize the suppliers. The suppliers in every country, there's always some interesting little hurdles, some education on both sides as to, I'm talking primarily fish.
That is a challenge, right? Opening a restaurant that serves as much seafood and fish as you do, landlocked Düsseldorf.
Yes. I mean, it's here. We just need to find a way with, multiple suppliers that we can ensure a consistent flow of, perfect seafood that we require.
How do you do that? How do you go about doing that? Like, do you call them and go to see them and say, hi, we're opening a restaurant?
As first, we, of course, contact them, or they contact us normally, that they're interested into cooperation. And as first they come only for the talk, so we can talk about the products. We can see the catalogs, what actually is the base, what they can offer us, and then we order the test of the fish. So like each fish, we take the whole fish for sushi or for the hot section, and we spend 24 hours with this fish. We try to, as first we control the quality and everything, then we try to cook, eat it raw, eat it. In different ways, and if we like some products, we stay in this product. If something is good but not good as we want, we're looking for the next one. So like we working now with minimum 2-3 suppliers, and we just pick our diamonds, I would say.
Right. And as you said, it has. Obviously, they have to deliver over time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just one good fish, not...
Yeah, well... yeah, funny you say that, but...
Why? Why happen?
Just teething issues with all companies. It's always the same all over the world. But just to find a consistency and a rhythm, everything takes time. They need to learn us and the way that we expect our products to be delivered to us. And we need to find out which companies have the products that best suit us. So it is a give and take, and it's something that does take a little bit of time, and it's frustrating, I'm sure, on both sides of the party.
Now, Nathan, you told us a little bit about what your kitchen philosophy is, that you like to not...
Mask?
Yes, exactly. Mask what the quality of the product is, that you like to work with a good product and then showcase that. I mean, that's something, obviously, that I think a lot of chefs will probably be able to get behind, right? But I was wondering what it's like for you, because obviously you're also a chef, you've been for a couple of years, for a long time. How is it to adopt someone else's recipe, someone else's cuisine, and make it your own, or do you make it your own?
I mean, for this, you cannot have too high ego, for sure, as a chef, because a lot of people at this, maybe at my point, would be like, I don't want to cook someone's food, la 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 la. I take it a little bit different way. I'm the guy who like to listen, not to talk, because in this way I can always move forward. I'm already 15 years in the kitchen, and I've seen a lot of kitchens, and on each kitchen I could learn a lot. And for me, I always work a little bit with the Asian food, but actually when I met Nathan, I find it out like, okay, this can be a very interesting journey. Also, the Hato restaurant is, for me, it can be a place to improve the side of the world which I never explored so deep as I'm in now. So to be honest, I'm glad. I keep my ego down.
It's kind of like a crash course in like all things Asian, right?
Yeah.
Like a really hard infusion. So, but you're from New Zealand.
Yes.
How did you get here? Well, it's a long flight. No, but I mean, really, how do, like, I've never been to New Zealand. I think it's a place that many people find extremely fascinating and would love to visit. It's a bit far out of the way for us, but some people manage, and always when they came back, they're like, say two things. Wow, it's like an amazing countryside and like a great country. And second, people from New Zealand are like kind of like their own kind. I've known one guy, actually. I've been friends with one when I stayed in Korea for a couple of months, and we hung out a lot, and he was like a really nice guy. But I don't think many people really grasp what's special about New Zealand. And I have absolutely no idea what the food is like, except for I know that there are a lot of sheep, so I guess you eat a lot of lamb. But that's just a guess. And probably seafood. I mean, there's like
phenomenal seafood.
There's ocean.
Yeah.
So stands to reason.
I think, with every country culture, the food scene it has grown hugely in New Zealand, particularly when chefs such as myself that have travelled, worked around the world and travelled privately and have taken all that knowledge and all the new world techniques in the kitchen and taken them back to their docile countries. I've just been back to New Zealand now, and it was blown away by the standard of food. The quality of the products have always been there, which is something that New Zealand should be very thankful for.
I mean, if you have great nature, you usually get quite good products, right? You have a good soil, you have nice seeds.
Yeah, sure. But, same process with every country. Setting up a restaurant in New Zealand, you'd go through working the suppliers. It's a general rule of thumb of process.
And I mean, there's not that many people that live there, comparatively, but I mean, you do get, it's my impression that a lot more people travel there nowadays, right?
Yeah, I assume so. I know I left a long time ago, but
right.
I assume we're all pretty similar in the fact that everybody gets a certain age in New Zealand is kind of expected to go and travel, do their OE, they call it. And
what does OE stand for?
Overseas.
Overseas.
Yeah.
Experience.
Yeah, obviously. And that's exactly what I did. I left in my very early 20s, and as a self-taught chef, I just...
Oh, you're self-taught? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I wanted to further my knowledge, and the only way for me, my understanding was to travel and go to those countries and get actual hands-on experience.
Yeah, and I guess that's something that you have in common, because you told me, Michal, that you're also... You kind of think, okay, if I have this job, I might as well travel, right?
Yes, this was actually the reason why I went to London after finishing my school. So I was already working in the school, and afterwards I was like, okay, I want to explore a little bit more cooking, but in the same time I would like to experience some different life. So I have to change the country. So this was the reason why I moved to London, and this brings me a lot of culinary experience, but also as a life experience. This was decision I don't think I could do better in this time.
I think that might be something that a lot of people who are not in the culinary world really envy you guys, that you have that freedom to travel and work everywhere. I also wonder, how do you consolidate with having a family? Because you both do. Like, how does that work? Do the spouses always say, like, okay, let's go? What about the kid when it's in school? How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult.
I did the decision when I took the decision to go to London. I was 18 years old, so there was maybe I was a kid at this time. So and then my girlfriend, she got pregnant, and we actually decided to leave the London because it's quite a big city and very busy, a lot of stress. So we didn't want to grow our child there. So this was the decision where we started to think, okay, where we should move. So we moved to Copenhagen because this is a very calm city with a lot of friendly people, and we were like, okay, it's going to be very nice to us and to her to stay there. It's very healthy environment. So as long as both parents agree in this, what they're doing in their life, there's no like something.
It'll work. What are the places that you want to go to? Where have you not been? Where do you want to go?
Poland. Yeah, for sure, Poland.
I mean, there's good eating in Poland anyway.
Yeah, the gastronomy moved actually. The gastronomy has moved in the last 5-6 years a lot. I was actually considering if in the future I'm gonna go back to Poland and open my restaurant, but the concurrence is so big now and so strong that I have to double think. For now,
if Nathan moves there, you have a lot more competition.
Competition's always healthy. I think for myself, more Central America, Mexico sort of way of, for some reason, missed that part of the world. I've been down there a little bit, but I think it is the birthplace of so many bases of cuisines. And again, they have some amazing products that everybody calls their own, which actually originate from down there. So that would be somewhere I would definitely like to spend some time.
Yeah, and I mean, the culinary scene there has also exploded in the couple of last years.
Yeah, phenomenally. So there's some amazing chefs all throughout. So that's one place I'd very much like to spend a bit of time.
But first, you guys have an opening in front of you, and I mean an opening of a restaurant, not another opening. So how do you look? What are your thoughts when you think about the next couple of days? Today's Tuesday, and you're kind of opening this weekend. It's Thursday, right?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have 100 people come in each night. It's we do what we do, and we try and preempt and work backwards to sort of diffuse any foreseen issues. And we have a small menu, and which we're opening with. So a repetition, the same thing we do every day.
Trying to work up a routine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the first restaurant you are there when it opens?
For me, yes. I was leading some kitchens, but this is actually the first time I'm from the scratches. So for me as a chef, it's also very interesting process to see all this, what is happening before. When you come to the kitchen and you have organized all the delivery, all the kitchen equipment, all the team, everything set up. Yeah.
Like a huge responsibility as well, right?
Yes, the big one. I feel pressure, but I'm enough patient guy to approach this in a full respect, I would say. I mean, I
humbling, kind of.
I'm humbling, but I'm really looking forward. Already, this what happened in the last month is a big experience for me, and because of the Ramsey and the Nathan, this was a lot of things I never thought about it when you're opening a new restaurant, and yeah.
So you already have that in win column. You already have a lot of stuff that's really great. So
I have a lot of pressure in my head, but I try to keep calm.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
From 1 to
10?
1 to 10, I would say 8.
Okay, and it's only Tuesday. Well, no more coffee for you then, but maybe you want some sugar. I see that we've not really made much way with this, but it's very pistachio-y, isn't it?
Yeah, the bright green colour's kind of not
it doesn't need it really, does it?
Not so much, no.
I mean, that stuff in the middle, that's kind of muddy coloured, but it tastes quite good.
Yeah, well, that's your praline, yeah.
This is the colour of pistachio, actually, the inside.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the bright green stuff?
A little bit more. St. Patrick's Day.
That's true. Yeah. Only it's not March. Well, thank you guys so much for talking to me. It was really interesting, and good luck for Thursday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Das war Rheinische Post Brunch mit Michael Slawik und Nathan Dallimore. Danke fürs Zuhören. Feedback gerne an brunch@rheinische-post.de oder per WhatsApp an 016 080 80 844. Ich freue mich drauf, von euch zu hören. Mein Name ist Helene Pawlitzki. Genießt die Zeit. Bis zur nächsten Episode. Mehr Genuss gibt's hier im Feed. Hört euch jetzt die anderen Episoden von Rheinische Post Brunch an.